You're welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Oscars Imperfect Show with Daniel.
Yo.
And we're gonna recap. Oh no, we're recapping nothing, huh?
Nope.
We're gonna talk about NFL playoffs and UFC,
Yep.
and then we're gonna recap. Got a little ahead of myself.
Sounds
But finally, NFL playoffs, a long year.
good. Yeah.
Feels a little bit longer after 17 games instead of 16.
Mhm.
But we got 6 playoff games coming in. Got some news coming out. Some coaches that got fired.
Yes.
And I think this playoffs might be more interesting than people think. I think there might be some underdog teams that might perform better than people would expect, and some favorite teams that might underperform.
First things first. What kind of crack do you normally smoke? No, we just watched the video. So I said
The hard guy.
the hard guy.
That's the
No.
what
So
they asked Miss
before
Biden's son.
before we get into it, let me ask you, who? Obviously, the season's over. The regular season's over. Which team or teams were you most disappointed in this past year? Take your biases out of it. You could be disappointed in your team, but bias aside, which team or teams are you most disappointed in this year?
Saints, Seattle. I was gonna say Vikings, but they deal with a lot of injuries, but
Yeah.
they're still kind of the same be in there. The Jets are a big one, despite losing Aaron Rodgers in the first season. The hopes for the expectations coming to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
and then Chiefs kind of disappointed me. They're still a playoff team. Everybody has them going on a Super Bowl run this year, but I think they underperform what they're usually expected to.
Yeah.
But I think those are the big ones. You know, my underdog team was to be playoffs was the Saints, because I feel like they have a lot of talent on both ends of the ball. But I think Saints definitely underperformed, missing the playoffs.
It was bad.
Derek Carr underperformed. So, and then Seattle, they were super close to winning NFC West, and then went on a whole losing skid. So that was disappointing.
Nope, not the team I was looking for. I'm thinking the most disappointing team of the year, hands down, which they did. Huh?
Patriots?
No,
No.
bro. I wasn't expecting.
NFC or AFC?
It's definitely the AFC, but it's more like where the expectations were.
I know what you're saying.
I'm going to say Broncos, because Broncos coming in with Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, and for Russell Wilson to turn the team around midway through the season to get benched because he didn't restructure a contract. Completely like, I guess, humiliating season, in my opinion, and just the way they handled their season. Because the first 8 games, they fucking won, 2-3 games? And then towards the halfway mark, he goes on a 5-game winning streak.
Beating good teams.
Beating great teams. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the fucking...
the Bills.
Like, phenomenal teams. Teams that they shouldn't have beat, especially with their record at the time.
Especially after getting 70 piece or 50 piece
against
20,
Miami. 70-20. It was a bad look for the team. And the way it ended was even worse, in my opinion, than how it started, because you bench a guy who's trying to win, who's,
And this is last year anyway, so it's like, I don't know why you wouldn't just put him out.
Yeah, it was just a really, really bad look. And if I'm a quarterback, I do not want to go to that situation just because of how they handled it.
It looks like Sean Payton isn't like a coach you want to
and that's what was confusing, because to start the year off, I was saying Sean Payton was never that guy. Like in New Orleans, he had a great team around him at all times.
Yeah.
Drew Brees was that guy, that leader, that extremely excellent quarterback. So it's just, he doesn't have that around. He doesn't got a guy at peak of his career, but he's got a good team around him, and he couldn't coach his ass off. It was, it was a definite loss for the season. Now, who's a team that surprised you over this year?
Not the Lions. I had the Lions doing great this year. As good as I thought, definitely not, but I definitely thought that they were going to be as good.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa surprised me. I think Baker played a lot better than people had thought he wouldn't, especially his stint with Carolina.
Yeah.
The Browns super surprised me with all the injuries, no Nick Chubb, and they're second place into their division.
Mhm.
So then they got a good game against the Texans coming up. The Texans surprised me. I mean, C.J. Stroud balled out,
Definitely,
possibly offensive rookie of the year. If
He
not,
should be. He should be, bro.
if not, it's because it's him between Puka, and the Rams surprised me too, man. I didn't think the Rams were going to be back in the playoffs. So it looks like they got a good thing going on. Obviously, they're a hard team.
But
Sean
that's an
McVay-
example. That's an example of great coaching, bro.
Yeah.
But before the start of the season, you couldn't name too many players on their fucking defense. You couldn't name me 3 players on their defense to start the season. Their defense is still solid, and their offense is
great.
rocking. Corinne Williams is baller,
And they thought, oh, Cooper's injured, and then here comes Puka and Tutu Atwell,
and Tutu Atwell. Yep.
and then Cooper goes back. So
Yeah,
and
that's-
Stafford is still great playoff quarterback.
Mhm.
So Super Bowl winning quarterback. So at that, I think the Lions got their hands full.
Mhm.
But I mean, the Texans surprised me. Browns surprised me, and I forgot to say the Bengals were a disappointing team as well. Even, I
that's
know,
injuries, bro.
yeah, but
Like, because they were turning it around. They really were turning it around. I
And
knew
then
they
Joe Burrow.
would. It was bad because coming into the season, Joe Burrow was injured. He
still
was
hurt.
lingering. That injury was lingering.
for like
coming
6 weeks.
Yes, it was bad. He couldn't run, and then once he got to the Cardinals, thankfully, they beat us, and he looked great. After the Cardinals, bro, they won the 4 out of 5, and then he gets hurt. It's just like that's just how the NFL is.
Then
That's
Jamar
sports.
Chase got hurt. Yeah,
Jamar Chase gets hurt. T. Higgins was hurt throughout the season. I hope the Cardinals get T. Higgins, bro, so bad. I will pay him out, bro,
he's balling.
because he's a free agent this year.
he's balling.
But I would
Tyler Boyd a free agent too?
yeah, but he's not old, but he's a little older.
Yeah,
Been a
T.
league
Higgins
there.
would be a solid pickup. But also the Bills, I think, were disappointing. I mean, they were like right there to win the division. They were like on and off, on and off.
But
I know Josh Allen got a lot of hate, but I think he played a good enough season. I mean, he was an MVP conversation. But
this
yeah, I mean,
this year, well, first I'll start off with my more surprising team. I would like to say Baltimore, because you forget that they also suffered through injuries
last year.
No, this
Oh,
year
this
coming
year as
into
well.
the season, last year, but J.K. Dobbins tore his
Injured again.
Achilles, and then they have a running back by committee, and they're fucking very, very solid. Lamar Jackson is not having an MVP type season,
Well, they still have him probably winning MVP this year.
which is a little crazy to me because me and my brother went over his numbers, and we can go through it too. He's got less than I think he's got 33 touchdowns on the year and 9 interceptions and 3 fumbles. So he's got 12 turnovers, which isn't
Yeah.
bad at all. It's not that bad. But that's not his. He's got less than 4,000 yards passing. It's nothing wow.
Yeah,
It's
Compared
nothing
to-
wow.
That's why I think Dak is more MVP favorite because of his stats. But
So that, in my opinion, that could be a surprising team too. Just how well they perform, how well Dak's performed this year.
yeah,
But I would definitely lean towards the Browns. I would lean towards the Rams, like you said, and Houston. Those 3 teams shouldn't be where they are right now in the playoffs at all. If you would have said in the beginning of the year, you say Nick Chubb's not there, Deshaun Watson's not there. You say CJ, yeah, Joe, and then you have Joe Flacco as their quarterback. You say that team's in the top 10 of the lottery. And then you got CJ Stroud, a rookie, being one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL right now, leading his team into the playoffs. And then you say, okay, Matt Stafford doesn't have Cooper Kupp for the first 6 games, and then you have two rookie wideouts that are
they lose Jalen Ramsey.
yeah. You can't name anybody besides Aaron Donald on the defense. You wouldn't say that those 3 teams are playoff teams. And I'm super surprised with them, especially the coach for Houston, bro. I'm super happy for him. D'Amico Ryans?
Yeah.
That's the name, right?
Oh, Houston, yeah, D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans is super
Came from
dope.
the 49ers,
Yep.
had a bad year last year, and then
Yep.
just stuck it out.
Yep, that was dope.
Oh, a team that disappointed, Jacksonville.
Oh man, I'm so
Sunshine
happy.
did not
Honestly,
perform.
I'm so happy because they look at these guys, and honestly, bro, I know I swing on my man. I know I swing on Kyler. I really do. Because he got so much heat, and he's gotten so much heat, and it was because I don't know if you remember. You probably do because your team is in the division. But Kyler Murray and what's his name? The coach, old coach, fuckhead, bro, Kingsbury.
Kingsbury.
They both came in same year. First year was a rough year, bro, because they were like, yeah, y'all ain't come bringing in. The NFL was like, y'all ain't bringing in that college shit. You remember that talk? Like, that college ball is not flying here. And then Kyler Murray was getting a lot of penalties for like clapping. And I remember this and being like, fuck, dude, like he's not, he has talent, but he's not performing. Second year, we come out, we get D-Hop. We are fucking one of the better teams in the NFL, more entertaining, getting a bunch of hate though, because Kyler Murray's not that guy. Go into playoffs, first round, get beat the fuck by the Rams.
Yeah.
And then I think that's either second or third year, whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. But coming in prior to Kyler's injury, they had these Daniel Joneses of the world, the Trevor Lawrences of the world, all these young guys that are these fucking phenoms that are everybody's fucking swinging. Obviously, Joe Burrow, deservingly so. And Justin Herbert's this fucking phenomenal quarterback. What the fuck has he done to his team? The only people that deserve the fucking love out of the young cats that deserve it is the Joe Burrows, Lamar Jackson. Who else you got? Like legitimately.
CJ Stroud now.
Now CJ Stroud for sure. But like other than that, everybody else is mid-level, fucking lower level NFL.
Josh Allen was
but he's old. He's been in the league like 6-7 years at this point. Like he should be where he's at right now. He's peak top 3-5 in the NFL.
Brock Purdy's getting that love right now.
He's getting that love, but okay.
Then he throws 4 or 5 interceptions.
Oh man, like I hate that. So what my question to you is: this is a weird year in the NFL. Weird year.
Yeah.
To where, as far as there's not a standout team that is just like, oh, the best player on that team deserves the MVP. That's why Lamar Jackson's getting this love right now. As far as he's the MVP favorite.
Because he's still, I mean, to be 13-4, the number 1 team in the NFL.
That's great.
With Zay Flowers and Odell. Nah, I mean, Mark
Andrews wasn't even there. They don't have a star running back.
Gus Edwards.
They don't. Their defense is phenomenal. They got 2 Pro Bowler linebackers. Like their defense is
good
great.
Corners.
Great
Stone,
coaching.
Humphrey.
Yeah.
D-line.
So it's one of those years where Patrick Mahomes is off. Aaron Rodgers isn't in the picture. Fucking
the Cowboys are doing good.
I'm just thinking of like the names. Yeah. The names that are typically in the mix for MVP.
And Jalen Hurts had a bad year.
Like all these guys had like so. That's why I think it's interesting. The best team in the NFL.
And a lot of quarterbacks were hurt this year. I mean, Anthony Richardson was out, and he looked like he was the favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year in the first couple games. And then he gets a shoulder injury, and then
there was it was an injury-ridden season just in the NFL overall. Yeah. But who do you have as far as MVP for this season?
I hate to say it, but I'll probably go Dak based on his numbers. He does look like
let's look at his numbers.
I feel like he has done a lot better than. I know with being as a Cowboy player, you're gonna get a lot of hate anyways. I'm still gonna talk shit, but I think he is gonna be the MVP favorite. But I think MVP is also a favoritism award. It's a quarterback award, so I would give it to Lamar or Dak. That's who. But I think, my opinion, I think Dak should win it. Offensive Player of the Year, though, I think it would be CMC. I
think that's dumb though. Offensive Player of the Year, it's pretty dumb, in my opinion. So MVP, you're going Dak. So for sure, he has the stats. He's got 4,500 yards, phenomenal, just 3rd in the league. He's got 31 passing touchdown, phenomenal, 1st in the league. He has 9 interceptions, really fucking good. I don't listen to QBR, but his QBR is 72.6, which is 2nd in the league.
Yeah. Who's number 1 in the passing yards?
I don't know. Fucking Sam Howell. Bro, do you know he was like top 5?
Yeah. I think it's probably, isn't it Tua?
I don't know. Let me see.
How do you think Tua played this year?
He played good. So that's his stats.
It is Tua. It's Tua then Jared Goff.
Damn, you wouldn't have thought that, huh?
No.
So, you got that.
Yeah.
What about the case for him not being MVP just because of how he played against, top tier talent as far as teams? Because they did lose to San Francisco bad. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Cardinals.
Did they lose to the Eagles twice?
I don't think so. They lost 5 games.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I want to say they beat the Eagles once. For sure. At least once. I don't know. I think based off statistical numbers, I mean, I would give it to him. He's 12-5. So,
I don't know, bro. Maybe it's just because I'm a hater.
and then CD Lamb had a great year.
He did. Probably best receiver this year. Let's look at. I just want to look at Lamar's stats for the year. Lamar. There is something to say.
I just think Lamar might be MVP because I feel like he was the best player on his team by far. And plus, I mean, compared to with CD Lamb and compared to Zay Flowers and OBJ, I mean, I just feel like Lamar did a lot more with less talent and less weapons.
Yeah. Let me see. So definitely not. He's got almost 3,700 yards, 24 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Pretty fucking good, bro. Let me see how many rushing touchdowns he got.
I feel like he didn't do a lot of rushing touchdowns this year.
Let me see. Regular season.
But I think this is Lamar's big test. I mean, first round bye. He still has yet to win a playoff game in his career, so it's gonna be a big first game after the bye. Depending on who he plays, on who wins this weekend, is gonna be that big criticism.
Oh, bro. I think he's got 9 rushing touchdowns. So that's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, solid.
That's 33 total touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and he's the best team in the league. So, I would just say
I would say it's a toss up between them two for sure.
I would, but also, so this is a perfect year, in my opinion, and me and my brother were talking about this too. It's a perfect year for to give it to a non QB player. Like Christian McCaffrey. If any year Tyreek was on that path,
he was
before he got
hurt.
injured.
Yeah,
he was on that path to give him the MVP. He didn't fucking get the receiving record. He did do something ridiculous this year, just as far as how many fucking yards he had, how many touchdowns he had. Phenomenal year, outstanding. Kind of like a what would you say? A highlight year for him. And same thing with Christian McCaffrey. He had it at the end of last year. He's had it throughout his whole career. He's been this type of player. This year,
he catch the ball, run the ball, and
he is one of the best players in the NFL. Non QB or QB, doesn't matter. He's one of the best players in the NFL. So I would lean towards more of him being the MVP this year.
Do you know who else had I don't know if he had the yards to put up for it. Definitely not. He barely passed over 1,000 yards. But Raheem Mostert, I mean,
he was also
year.
injured too.
Yeah,
he was, bro. That the running back room in fucking Miami was nasty.
Yeah,
with HN, him, and they have another fucking guy back there. But yeah, so yeah, I would probably lean more towards a non QB MVP this year.
Definitely, if it would be non QB, it would be CMC. It would have been Tyreek if he would have broke the record, but CMC is by far the non QB favorite for MVP.
Yeah, just because there was no standout, like this is the best quarterback in NFL, because Dak had a lot of bad games this year, just where his team didn't perform.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy had horrible games this year. He's not in the conversation.
I think he definitely got exposed against like Baltimore.
Yeah. It was horrible. That game,
CMC
prime
played great
time.
CMC played great that game, and then
prime time too, bro. And Lamar showed out. With his team. So prime time. He shits the bed, throws 4 interceptions. They lose bad. And then who else you got? You got Dak potentially, Lamar potentially. So that's what I'm saying. Patrick Mahomes didn't have that year. Josh Allen didn't have that year. Jalen Hurts didn't have that year. Joe Burrow was hurt. So like the guys you think would be in that position aren't.
I think I remember seeing a lot of hype around Stroud that he was possibly an MVP kind of.
Maybe before they started losing a little bit. Right? They started he missed a few games and they started losing a little bit. So maybe if he had like a 10, 11 win
I think he was
season,
like top. I think he was leading the league in passing yards at one point.
Yeah.
And then he lost Tank Dell.
Yeah.
That was rough.
That was tough, bro. Because imagine they had Tank Dell. If they had Tank Dell, I'd kind of be leaning towards more of Texans against the Browns. So let's get into the games this weekend.
Yeah.
Before we get
briefly, Mike Vrabel and Pete Carroll are out of the head coaching positions.
So Pete Carroll's for sure.
He's still going to be in the organization like an advisor and stuff like that, like help around the team, probably like with draft picks and some type of coaching. I don't know what type of coaching, but definitely in the upper like people in the team.
Okay.
Because he's a Seahawk legend at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike Vrabel, was surprised he was out of a job. To be honest, I think even Derrick Henry said that he was like, oh shit, like wow.
Where do you think he goes? Patriots?
Seattle. I'll take him.
I would like. Well, if I was a team looking for a head coach, I would like him.
I think Mike Vrabel was a good coach.
He's a really good coach.
I would not be mad if Seattle were to get him. What I don't want to see is like, you know how they put like the defensive coordinators and stuff like that. Oh, you know what coach really surprised me this year, bro? The Raiders coach.
Oh, I hope he keeps the job.
Yeah, bro. That interim coach, he kind of turned that team around.
No, he did.
He turned. Really
well, it's not
good.
that he turned him around. It's the players. He's a player's coach, and the players wanted to play for him. They didn't want to play for Josh McDaniels.
Mm-mm.
So what's interesting about that situation in
because Chandler Jones exposed them.
What's interesting about the situation in Vegas is what's the owner's name? What's his fucking name? The goofball?
I don't know. I just think his hair is ugly.
So he's in a position now to where Josh McDaniels was the interim coach, and now they elevated him to the coach, and they seen how that fucking went. So we'll see what they do in this situation.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like they want.
Or no, I'm thinking. I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. Whenever they fired Gruden, who was the interim coach? I'm trying to. Was it?
I think it was McDaniels.
So that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So.
And I forgot Jimmy Garoppolo was still on that fucking team.
Yeah, was he injured all year? Or did he get benched?
No, he got injured all year. He was injured.
They paid him out, right?
I think so. It
was like $30 million a year. Sheesh. So I bet you Vrabel goes to fucking Patriots, and if Belichick leaves, I bet you Vrabel goes to Patriots because he's a Patriot.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, he played for them.
Well, so I hope Mike Vrabel goes to Seattle.
That'd be cool.
I hope they don't fucking put like Shane Waldron as head coach or like Clint Hurt. That would be just.
Do you think Harbaugh's really gonna leave?
I don't know. That's what a lot of people are saying.
I wouldn't if I was him. Like, you did what you did in the NFL, you know.
He hasn't won a bowl yet.
I know, but he was still a great coach.
He played in the bowl, but lost.
He was still a great coach, bro.
I mean, he could leave on a high, take his dub. I don't know. I mean, fuck. I mean, shit,
if I was him,
I'll take his ass too.
If I was him, I would stay.
I would take his ass too.
You would take him?
Yeah, he's a great coach. That's a great coach.
I don't know.
And every single time he coached, when he was coaching the Niners, he always had a good ass defense. Always. I just feel like maybe if you were to coach Seattle, maybe you could be like, "Hey, y'all need to stop being bitches and learn how to tackle."
I don't know. I think if I'm Harbaugh, I probably stay because you got way less to lose. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You're coming off a national championship. You're always gonna have a good team, especially this year. The recruiting class is probably gonna be ridiculous for them.
Yeah.
They're gonna get so much more fucking money.
I just know that him and Seattle wouldn't work because him and Pete Carroll got beef.
Ooh. They're saying him to the Chargers is what I mean. If it's likely, it's him to the Chargers for him to come down.
Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chargers need they need a whole coaching staff.
They need a whole fucking new setup in there, bro.
Yeah.
What happens if fucking Justin Herbert shits the bed again this year?
Then you can't blame it on coaching anymore. Then you got to stop giving them this little fucking princess treatment.
Bro, they're doing the same thing to fucking Trevor Lawrence. That's why it's annoying, bro. It's annoying that like these Daniel Joneses, these fucking Trevor Lawrence, the Herberts, and Josh Allen to an extent up until probably about 3 years ago when he had that MVP type season and kind of turned his career around. Because when Josh Allen first came to the league, bro, he wasn't a starter. It was Tyrod Taylor that was the starter. And then he gets hurt, and Josh Allen comes in. That's the Josh Allen era. He wasn't that guy coming into.
Was Tyrod Taylor the one that was for the Chargers?
Yeah, when he got punctured lung. Yeah. And then Justin Herbert comes in and fucking that's his.
Poor Tyrod Taylor. Yeah.
And bro, he goes to New York, and Tyrod Taylor's balling for New York. What are you gonna do? You paid this fucking dickless Dan over here. Bro, he sucks, dog. He sucks. And they try to compare him to Kyler, bro. He's not the same. Kyler Murray's better than Geno Smith, too, by the way.
Don't start this.
Oh my God.
Don't start this.
So wait, Geno Smith is a top 15 quarterback.
Yes, bro.
Are you being serious or are you
I'm being for real. Look at the stats he played.
I don't need to look at the stats. I can name you players right now.
You can name me 15 quarterbacks better than Geno.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Should I just start with the teams that are in playoffs or no?
You can go ahead and just name quarterbacks.
All right. Is he better than CJ Stroud? No.
No, I'm just
No.
name quarterback.
Okay, so C.J. Stroud,
All right.
Tua Tagovailoa,
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes,
Okay.
Josh Allen,
All right.
Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford's better than him, Jared Goff's better than him.
Well, he beat Jared Goff, but all right.
What, I don't care.
Okay, just go.
Jared Goff's better than him. Kyler Murray's better than him.
There's no way.
So you're saying Kyler Murray's not better than him?
No.
All right. I won't even say Kyler Murray. So those are just the teams. I'd named Jalen Hurts, right?
Yeah.
Those are just the teams in playoffs. Okay.
You're talking about this year, Jalen Hurts?
This year, Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Bro, what are you talking about? You're really trying to say this year, Geno Smith is better than Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Bro, shut up, dog. Just stop. Just stop.
What are you talking about? Jalen Hurts had a terrible year.
He's still better than him.
No.
Josh Allen had a terrible year too. He's still better than him. Okay. Lamar Jackson's better than him. What's that, 11?
That's 9.
That's 9? Okay. Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson's better than him. Brock Purdy's better than him.
Don't start that.
Oh my God, bro. How?
What do you mean, how?
You-
Geno Smith has yet to throw 4 interceptions in a game like that.
Who
That bad.
cares?
All right, go.
So that's 10.
That's 10.
That's 10, right? So that's just the teams that made playoffs. Now let me go down.
Do you put Baker?
I didn't say Baker.
Okay.
I didn't say Baker. All right. Let's just name me. Let's start looking at quarterbacks now.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you. I'm waiting on you.
Okay. I'm not gonna say Derek Carr is better than him. Fucking Aaron Rodgers is better than him. Yes. You gotta throw Aaron Rodgers in there, bro.
All right.
Is Trevor Lawrence better than him?
No.
Trevor Lawrence isn't better than him?
No.
Is Justin Herbert better than him?
No.
Wow. Justin Herbert's not better than him?
No.
Okay.
I'll double down on that one.
Is-
Joe Burrow.
is Joe Burrow better than
yeah.
him?
Joe Burrow.
Okay. Is
You got
Russell
3 more.
Wilson better than him?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna say any of these guys.
That's it, brother. You gonna put Jordan Love? No.
Jordan Love took his team to the playoffs. Look at the stats on Jordan Love this year versus Geno Smith. Let's see. I'm not saying that, but that's a little push to me. Is Justin Fields better than him?
No. All right, Jordan Love was. He had a good year.
Let me see. Yeah.
Jordan Love had a good year.
I'm just.
But I told you Jordan Love was gonna do good this year.
Okay. I would just
based on stats,
I
Jordan
will
Love
te-
was better than.
I will tell you just like based off
you
of.
didn't name 15.
No,
You
no.
named 30?
Because in my opinion, I could tell you in my opinion, you're biased, but in my opinion, I will tell you 5 more quarterbacks that I would take over him right now.
Really?
5 more.
Wow.
I would take Justin Herbert over him. I would take Trevor Lawrence over him, easy, like in a heartbeat. I would take Kyler Murray over him in a heartbeat. Yes, I would. Not just because I'm biased, just because I think he's better than him. Justin Fields is close. Justin Fields is close.
That's disrespectful.
I'm not saying I would, but I'm just saying it's close.
Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence is disrespectful.
How, bro?
Because Geno has been playing way better than them. In the last 2 years since Geno's took the starting position, he has been playing better than them.
But they're also different quarterbacks. You could say, so the last 2 years, last year, you could
I'm
say.
not talking about skin tone. I'm talking about play style.
No, bro, but I'm just telling you, like, all right, so I will say he is 15. I will give him 15.
I said he was top 15.
So I'll give him 15.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say he's top 12 or top, because
I said he was top 15. That's what I said.
top 15.
Yeah.
And that's because there's a lot of garbage in the NFL right now.
He ain't the garbage, though.
He is.
If Geno had an average defense,
Bro,
defense
I don't want to
Seattle,
hear it, bro. Let me see his stats. Show me his stats this year.
Bro.
Let me see it.
All right.
Let me see where they are at as far as turnovers go. Let me see where they're at as far as touchdowns go. Let me see where they're at as far as fucking passing yards go.
He did miss about 3-4 games.
I don't care.
And then, yeah, he missed about 3-4 games and he got like injured.
Benched.
And he got injured, so he was taken out like twice.
Oh, I don't care, bro.
So he was almost at 3,700 yards. QBR,
3,600 yards. So he had 3,600 yards.
20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
20 passing touchdowns, you're telling me.
Yeah.
20 passing touchdowns.
He missed like 4 games.
20 passing touchdown, brother.
Okay. 9 interceptions. And then his QBR was 92%. His completion percentage was 64%.
His QBR was 92%?
Yeah.
What does that rank?
I don't know. Just click this little thing.
Go
Where'd you
to-
click? ESPN.
12th in the league in QBR, 17th in the league in passing. Yeah, brother. I will say he's about 16th in the NFL. 16th in the NFL. 16th best quarterback.
15.
But you would really take Geno Smith
And
over.
plus, he was like one of the most sacked quarterbacks this year as well.
So was Justin Herbert.
Yeah, but Justin Herbert's ass.
Do me a favor. Look at Justin Herbert's stats. Just because you say he's ass.
He's below average. He's average.
So is Geno Smith, bro. Geno Smith is 100% average.
No. Yeah.
He's trash. Same fucking stats. Same stats. Except he had 500 yards less passing. That's not good. I'm not saying that's good.
And in a more losing record.
Whatever. Yeah, he's pretty trash. I'm not going to fucking vouch for that guy.
Anyway, I just hope Seattle somehow turns it around. I mean, one more year left on Geno Smith's contract. New coach, maybe.
Paying him $37 million this year.
Maybe they went to the bowl next year. I was getting into predictions, bro.
All right, yeah. Sorry.
Enough shitting on my quarterback, huh?
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say Kyler Murray's
at least my quarterback can see over his line.
Oh,
yeah. I'm taller than Kyler.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Not on paper. Not on paper. On paper, it says he's 5'10".
It's big taller than Kyler too.
All right.
I got into it.
All right. So wild card weekend. This is what we got.
Saturday.
Saturday we got Browns and Texans. What you got?
That's a really tough game for me, bro.
That is.
I want CJ Stroud to win, so I'm going Texans. But that defense is so nasty in Cleveland, and Joe Flacco's been balling.
Joe Flacco's better than Geno Smith.
Give me Texas, bro. Give me the underdogs.
Yeah, I
think if Stroud can really beat this defense, I think that's kind of solidifies him. And they're playing in Texas.
They're playing
in Houston. Yeah.
In Houston, I thought.
Well, it's because the Texans won their division.
Oh, you're right.
They beat the.
They're playing in Houston. I don't think that means much, but I don't know how good the Houston crowd is, but they say it's solid. But
and Amari Cooper's questionable to play.
He's gonna play.
God damn, Brown's injury list is so fucking long. Look, even Myles Garrett is questionable. Look,
they're gonna play.
Look how many players are injured. Jesus,
the studs are gonna play. I'm gonna go Cleveland, bro.
Man, these motherfuckers are injured
just
too.
because I like what I see from Joe Flacco. Just when I think of Joe Flacco, I think of like a game manager.
Yeah,
but he's been fucking slinging that cock, bro. He's been slinging that rock, bro. He really, really has.
Gave Amari Cooper the best game, I think, almost in history.
Yeah, of his career.
Yeah.
Njoku's been balling.
Mm-hmm. Ford has been balling too.
Their running game is solid.
Myles Garrett has been balling.
Their defense is gonna. So I'm gonna just go with Baltimore, Cleveland.
You swinging on Baltimore, huh?
Yeah, because Baltimore's gonna win it, bro.
I think so.
Just like I said in the beginning of the season.
Good job.
And you said a team that didn't even make playoffs, so that's that. So you got Texans, I got Browns. So the second game on Saturday is Dolphins and Chiefs. Who you got?
I think it might snow. I think it's like -5. They're supposed to be playing. Give me Miami, bro.
-5, bro. Ooh-wee.
Today was 30, and I thought it was cold.
Yeah, dog. That's fuck. So
can't even imagine -5.
So who you got? Who you got?
Give me Miami, bro. I think Miami's is this. I think this year kind of like get some playoff wins, and I think Chiefs are gonna have to get some receivers next year. And I think that's gonna be their downfall. Travis Kelce had less than 1,000 yards this season. He had a very quiet year. I think a lot of tight ends. We were talking about it earlier how tight ends had quiet years this year.
Mm-hmm.
But give me Miami.
Yeah,
give me Tua. Give me Tyreek, and give me that.
I'm gonna go with Miami, especially like if it's gonna be snowing. I trust Mostert more than I trust Pacheco. Obviously, I trust Mahomes more than I trust Tua.
And I trust those receivers in Miami way more than
exactly.
Darius Tooney.
Yeah. So I think that is gonna be a freaking banger of a game, though, bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is solid. I know it's gonna be snowing, so there might be a lot of turnovers
Yeah.
just off of fucking.
It's probably not gonna be if it is snowing. If it does snow, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of passing. I think it's gonna be
That's what
more
I'm saying.
run heavy. So
If it's run heavy, I'm definitely gonna go with the Dolphins.
yeah.
So Sunday's games, it's kind of a snooze fest for the first part. I would say
What, Pittsburgh and Bills?
Pittsburgh and Bills.
Give me Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think that's.
Gonna be sexy.
Imagine they lose, bro,
That'll be sad.
to Kenny Pickett, dog.
Or Trubisky.
Or no, it's Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
Wow.
That would be trash. Well, TJ Watt's not probably gonna be playing. So I think,
no, I'm gonna go Bills,
Yeah.
bro. Bills. All right, so then we got the next game's gonna be solid, bro. I have a feeling Packers versus Cowboys.
I want Packers to win.
Yeah, remember the last time they played in playoffs? You remember?
Well, that's when they had Aaron Rodgers, though.
But it was the Dez catch. It wasn't a catch. So it's bad juju going into that game just for the organization.
And the Packers always, I mean, Matt LaFleur is a great coach. I feel like
Mhm.
Packers are always going to be a good playoff team.
Mhm.
I think what's going to solidify this game is if they can get Aaron Jones going, because he had a good game last week against the Bears.
Yeah.
I think if they can get the run game going, take some pressure off of Jordan Love in his first playoff game, and he's had a good year. So
He's had a really good year, bro.
so Christian Walker. Wait, no, who am I
Watson.
talking? Watson. That's
Christian
a baseball
Watson.
player.
I'm gonna just go Cowboys, bro.
Yeah, that'll probably be
I want the Packers to win so bad, bro. So bad. It would be
good for the cheeseheads.
it would be good for the
America.
entire world.
Yeah, it'll be good for
Because
America.
if the Cowboys win, we're going to the Super Bowl, we're gonna win, we're gonna whatever.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. Next game's gonna be solid too. Rams and Lions.
I want Lions, bro. I want the Lions to really do good this year. They kind of got hold against the Cowboys.
They definitely did.
They were like petty where they got where they reported they did a play where the lineman
Oh yeah.
and he actually reported it this time or whatever.
Yeah.
I just thought it was mad petty. But
Um,
give me Lions, bro. I really want Lions to do great in this postseason.
I got the Rams, bro.
Yeah.
Lions have been too wishy-washy, bro. Like they'll smack a team by 20 and then next week get smacked 35-10. They've been really wishy-washy.
They should have beat the Cowboys, but Dan Campbell, I don't know. Especially playoffs, they're gonna go for it on fourth downs and
Mhm.
they're gonna do whatever it takes to win for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams though, just because Sean
Rams.
McVay. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Sean McVay. Their running game is fucking really, really good.
I mean, also Lions running game is solid too.
No,
I
it
mean, they got
is.
a 1-2 punch. Amara and St. Brown kind of
It's
got hold.
a fair matchup, bro. It's a
Yeah.
very fair matchup.
They're very
'cause-
even on both sides of
Yeah.
the ball.
yeah.
I think Aaron Donald's gonna have to have a good game. Hutchinson's gonna have to have a good game. I think what's gonna make the difference is their tight ends. I think Laporta's gonna have a better game than is gonna make I think it's gonna be a bigger factor than the receivers because Amara kind of got hold off a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. And then Puka and then Coop. So I think it's gonna be a firework.
Yeah, it's gonna be solid. And then Monday night's game is Bucks and the Eagles.
I guess Eagles. Eagles been 1-5 in the last 6, but
Oh man, yeah, that's bad. I guess Eagles. I mean, I wouldn't be
AJ
surprised-
Brown needs to have a good game.
He got hurt last game, no?
I think Jalen Hurd got hurt
No,
last game.
he exited the game
Oh, he did?
early. in,
I mean,
the
if Tampa
second
can
quarter.
pull this off, bro, I don't want to hear about the Eagles no more.
Yeah. It's been a rough second half of the year for them, bro. They were 10-1.
10-1, finished 11-5. No,
Yeah,
5 or 10-6.
No, they're 11-5, I think.
Because they're 1-5 in the last 6. They're 10-1. I think they're 10-6 or 11-5.
I was gonna say, do that math better.
No,
If they're 10-1, and then they won one of their last 6, that's 11 games won.
they're 11-6 because it's 17 games.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyways, so yeah, that's what we got.
That concludes the NFL.
Yeah.
See what happens Sabado. We're gonna grill it up, huh?
I know. What so who do you got just winning NFC and AFC?
Give me Niners and Ravens for the Super Bowl.
You think so? Like you just think because it never kind of goes perfectly like that. I mean,
Yeah, but I think just top two, really probably the top 2 defenses in the league right now.
because if the Eagles win, they play the Niners. That's not a. I mean, if the Eagles look good, that's not an easy game for the Niners.
No,
bro.
not at all. But like, I mean, San Francisco got home field advantage. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy just needs to have a good game. Doesn't have to ball out. He doesn't have to go crazy. He just has to use his weapons. IU, Samuel, CMC. Let CMC take over the game. You know, Kittle's gonna do his thing and block, and the defense is gonna do good.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know, man. I could see the Cowboys going this year.
Really?
I could see it. Just if like the paths line up, because I believe they play they would play
The Lions,
the
wouldn't they?
Lions or the Rams, yeah.
And the Lions and Cowboys and Lions and a rematch in the playoffs, I'll be fire.
Or even the Rams. Like even that would be a good game too with them
Yeah.
too. That's not an easy game, but
I don't think
it's
this year-
easier than
Yeah.
the Eagles. I feel like it's easier.
I don't think no team has an easy path this year on the NFC, or I think both sides,
I don't know.
because the Cowboys got their hands full with Jordan Love, and if they play the Lions, that's another tough game. If they play the Rams, that's another tough game. Niners versus Eagles, that's a tough game. The only easy game would be Tampa.
Yeah.
Unless Baker just slings it to Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm. So it's in Dallas, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that's all I got, bro. For the
All right.
for
That concludes NFL, guys. There'll be NFL playoffs coming up shortly.
yeah.
Start of 2024. It's gonna be a banger. This whole weekend's probably gonna be good. We got Magomedov and Ankalaev,
Yeah. Yep.
or fucking Walker and Ankalaev.
Walker.
Hopefully, I just kind of want Walker to win, bro.
Just because it would be a banger of
The
Walker
meat-
versus Pereira.
Yeah.
Because if Angalaev like just walks through Walker, if he just
They'll
fucks
probably-
him up, fucks him.
They'll probably just give it to him.
I don't
I just
know
want, because
if
I
they
think
will.
Walker's funny as fuck, dude. I kind of want him to
Yeah,
win.
he's goofy, bro.
Yeah.
He's goofy. So that's what's going on this weekend. But prior to this weekend, we've had a lot of UFC news.
Yeah.
Mainly regarding like 299.
299, one fight for 300. Well, I guess two fights for 300 with
Yeah.
Leon Edwards. I don't know if they know it hasn't fully came out
No.
and said it.
No.
Um,
And then we had McGregor news that we didn't talk about.
yeah. Or we kind of briefed it up last week.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be fighting in July apparently against Michael Chandler.
Mhm.
Islam won't be fighting again until October in Abu Dhabi, like always,
Okay.
because he's out of an injury and won't be good until July. So, do you just want to say the card for 300?
Yeah, let's look at UFC.
So 300 is supposed to be the biggest card of the year.
No, biggest card in recent memory because every, centennial fucking card,
They
the
do something
100,
big.
200, it's massive. The 200 card, Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, John Jones, there was the who's who in the UFC.
Yeah.
And
So far for 300, there's only been technically 4 official fights
You have it?
announced. Yeah. 4 official fights announced. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarakian,
Yeah.
which is going to be a banger fight. It is a scary fight for Charles because he was. They were supposed to have Islam versus Charles for UFC 300. Islam is hurt. He won't be good to train until like July, so meaning he won't fight in October. It kind of sucks for Justin Gaethje because I thought he was up next for the belt.
yeah.
So
Because
that kinda
Dana said this is a title contender.
Yep. Whoever wins fights Islam in Abu Dhabi in October again. And second is Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Rakic, but I think this will be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Kattar and Aljamain Sterling, I'm kind of still iffy about, but I think it'll be good.
Aljamain's moving up.
Yeah. And then Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. I just think it's a big name because of Bo Nickel, but I don't really I guess it makes 300 fun. I think 300 still could have been a banger without that fight because 300 is supposed to be that card. And I
Okay.
look at 299
Let's talk about 300 really quickly.
because 300 is supposed to be this great ass card. And I look at 299 and I'm like, I don't know what else to expect from 300.
So,
Because Leon Edwards, so the news is Leon Edwards is going to defend his belt against Bilal Muhammad.
yeah.
So technically that'll be 5 fights.
So that's the main card.
He said when he announced the other fights, he said there will be no, they're not main cards or anything like that. But
What do you mean? What did he say?
when he announced the first 3 fights with Yuri, Aljamain, and them, he said he's like, oh, no main card or anything like that. So I don't know which fights are main cards. I don't know which ones are prelims.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Bo Nickel is not going to be on a prelim. He's not.
Yuri's not going to be on a prelim.
Yuri's not going to be on a prelim. You could throw Aljamain on a prelim. It's pretty fucking disrespectful
Yeah.
considering he's one of the GOATs in his division.
Charles, you can't put on a prelim.
Charles, you're not going to throw on a prelim. So let's just say Bo Nickel, you're not throwing Bo Nickel on a prelim. He wouldn't do it. So you got Bo Nickel, you got the Bo Nickel and Brundage, Charles
and Armand
and Yuri and
Raska.
And who's he fighting?
Raska.
Rakic, right?
Rakic.
So that's 3. The four Aljamain, let's just say hypothetically Aljamain's on the prelim, which is crazy. Crazy. The idea is Leon is fighting Bilal on this card.
But that's kind of a weak headline.
He's heavier, so typically the heavier fight goes. He's the heavier champ, right. So the heavier fight. Or no, there's no champ fight so far on this. So he's gonna be the headline on this. So that's 4. I don't know who the fuck else, because the champs are fighting right now.
Because that means the prelims have to be stacked as well.
Okay, but the champs, all the champs, 135 is fighting, 170 is fighting.
The only one that hasn't have a fight announced this year is Pereira.
No,
at 205.
At 205, right?
Yeah.
170 is fighting.
Heavyweight's
stalled.
Stalled.
205 not announced, so maybe that could be on
125
there.
Just fought in December.
135 is fighting next month.
I guess you could do 125, but he doesn't have anybody to fight because Brandon Moreno and
But like nobody gives a fuck about that division, bro. I'm sorry, it's a great fight, but nobody gives a fuck about Brandon Moreno fighting fucking what's his name
Pantoja
again? Pantoja again. Like, bro, that's not a UFC 300 card.
No,
I need everybody to understand that 300 was supposed to be, which it should have been, was Chandler versus Connor, Izzy versus somebody, and Alex Volkanovski versus somebody. That's the types of fights that's supposed to be on 300.
Sure, you can even throw Sean O'Malley on 300.
O'Malley on 300, but he's fighting obviously 299.
Yeah.
I know he wanted 300, but he's fighting 299. I think my thinking on this is, as a fighter, you see in the beginning of the year or end of last year, you see, okay, we got Izzy's not champ anymore. You're looking for stars. Izzy's not champ anymore. Volk is fighting coming up. Who else is a star? Pereira just fought.
Islam is hurt.
He fights once a year. And it's Ramadan during 300. He's not going to fight. Who else are the stars besides Sean?
Leon's kind of coming up to be that
But
star.
he just fought too.
Yeah,
he just fought. So it's like that 300 card of the stars.
The other reason why I think he's fighting,
John Jones is hurt.
Yeah.
Stipe's not going to fight unless it's John Jones.
I would say Tom, but
he's also not like a star. He's a star. He's a rising star. But he's not like he's going to sell you million pay-per-views.
Because this is supposed to be the best card in the last
years, bro. So that's what's like interesting to me, because if Leon is the headliner on this card versus Bilal, which it deservingly should be Bilal, man, that's a disappointing card.
Because they won't sell. Bilal's not really a selling guy. He gets a lot of hate.
No.
Maybe too much hate.
And it's during Ramadan too.
And during Ramadan too. So
he's Muslim, so that's interesting.
I don't know how he's gonna do it. It's gonna be.
I think he's fought during Ramadan before.
I think so. I want to say I've seen a couple of people do fight during Ramadan. I think mainly him.
But it's just so disappointing because.
And you have like all these other like firepowers, like Gilbert Burns is fighting 299, and you have all these other like they're not championship fighters, but you have like banger fighters. Hazmat, he hasn't had a fight announced, so he was promised to fight the champion or the winner of DDP and Sean.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's gonna fight 300.
No.
So I don't know what they're gonna do with 300, bro. I really don't. It's looking kind of
weak.
Yeah,
weak, bro.
I want to say I trust Dana. Because I'm thinking like, fuck, 299 is looking horny. Like this shit is looking.
Yeah. So really quickly before we jump to 299, what I noticed and what UFC's come across an issue of is they have no star power, bro. Who are the stars of the UFC?
Still Connor.
So we got Connor, who's coming back in June or July. Izzy, who's not champ anymore.
Who doesn't have a fight announced.
Volk. and Izzy just said, he's fucking done for 7 years or whatever the fuck he said. So you got Connor, Izzy, Volk, Sean. Who else? Stars. I'm don't like not rising stars. Think of the champs. There's John Jones is a star.
Pereira? Would you say Pereira?
Yeah,
he could
okay.
sell. Yeah, he
So
could
that's
sell.
6. That's it.
Just champs?
No, I'm just saying stars, bro.
Kamaru? Would you say Kamaru?
He has, was that 3 losses in a row?
Yeah. Trying to think of what else at 135. Henry?
No.
Would you say
Fuck
Henry?
no. Fuck no, bro.
Oh, and he's fighting Marab anyways. He wouldn't even fight 300.
Sean Strickland might be a star.
Yeah.
He might.
He's a character.
Sean Strickland?
Yeah, he's up there now.
So you got 7 stars in the UFC, and
not Shavkat.
no,
Hamzat.
Yes, I guess.
Bo Nickel.
He's a rising star.
Ian Gary.
Rising star. I wouldn't say star for sure.
Yeah, they really don't got that star power right
So
now.
that's what I'm saying. Is it like they have
UFC
like
300? They're bringing back Mighty Mouse.
That would be fucking amazing.
That would be so gas.
But also, it's like it's a division that nobody really cares about either. So that's what my main issue is. That like they're not building too many stars. They built Sean O'Malley properly. Now he's champ. It worked out. But other than that, you got dying stars. Unfortunately, if Volk loses, bro, he's sorry, bro. That's 2 losses in a row. You're not champ anymore. Izzy's not champ anymore. He's still a star. He's not champ anymore. You got Pereira, who's older too. He's what, 36 or something like that.
Older.
He's older, but he's heavier, so they could last a little longer. John Jones just fucking tore his pec. You don't know how he's gonna look when he gets back.
He got surgery on both. He did a pec injury and did like another injury as well.
Sean Strickland.
But John Jones is on his way out as well.
Exactly. Sean Strickland. He is a star. So that's a legitimate star. Islam is not a star. Who else you got? You have a bunch of stars in 155.
Max Holloway?
Nah, bro.
Maybe he fights 300.
That would be cool, but it's like you're not gonna fucking like. That's not like gonna knock you off your feet type shit. Yeah. That's just my issue. Is like they're not building stars, and there's a lot of dying stars in. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. 155. Michael Chandler's getting older. He's 36. Dustin Poirier's getting older. Justin Gaethje's getting old. Those are all stars right
Justin
there.
Gaethje said this is his last title run, so he's gonna be on his way out.
So it's just like, you know, and then you get 170. 170s. Leon is definitely a rising star. People are gonna start putting respect on his name for sure especially after his last fight, I think. And then in that division, Gilbert Burns,
Ian Gary,
Shavkat. We'll see what he's got. And then you in the 180 division, 85.
Bo Nickel.
Izzy's out.
Sean. PDP is not going to be a star, I don't think.
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. It's like you got a rising star issue towards you don't got too many of them. And that's why women just shouldn't be fighting. Because we have not named one woman in this trial.
Oh, UFC 300, bro. Alexa Grosso versus Zhang Wei Li. That would be fire.
Is that gonna sell the card?
Yeah.
All right.
Grosso can sell me anything, brother.
So enough of 300, slander. Let's get into 299. That is the card of the year.
So this shit makes me horny. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna just start from top to bottom.
Okay.
For a card to be this stacked and I have only one championship fight is actually kind of insane. Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera.
Top of the card.
Going top to bottom. Yeah, Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera for the 135 belt. Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis, which he called him out and it actually happened.
That's fire fight.
Gilbert Burns versus JDM.
Banger.
Kevin Holland versus Michael Page.
Bro, Michael Venom Page, the fact that like the UFC's not hyping this man up, he is his own star. Like
kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
But this is a perfect fight for him. Kevin Holland is a perfect fight for him.
Great fight.
Curtis Blades versus Jalton Almeida. Good fight.
Fire fight, bro.
Kaylin Chokagian versus Macy Barber. They just threw that on there.
That's it?
No, that's the main card.
Yeah.
And then Gamrot versus Dos Anjos, which is a good fight.
It's pretty foul. It's on the.
Yeah. Peter Yan versus Song Yudong, which is going to be a fire fight.
Yeah.
Pedro Munoz versus Kyler Phillips, I think it's going to be a good fight.
What about Pedro Munoz? He just got shit on the last couple of years, huh?
Yeah.
After Sean O'Malley just got shit
He
on.
didn't even get to finish that fight. He just got fucking poked in the eye.
Mm.
This Bain versus Parajan is a heavyweight fight. Murphy versus Silva, a flyweight women's fight. Middleweight, Michelle Pereira versus a dude from Poland. I cannot pronounce that name. All is going to go. You want to take a gander at it?
Oleksiy Jurek.
All right. You heard it here first. And then flyweight, we got CJ Vergara versus Alzambeyev from Kazakhstan. I don't know, bro. 299 is looking kind of.
Yeah. Unbelievable card. Just the main event is going to be fucking crazy, bro.
Damn. And obviously 300, we can't get too much in 300 yet because nothing has really been announced. But the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
So my question for the people, for the UFC fans, do you think UFC 299 or 300 will be better? So
I don't know how you beat 299 just as far as like face value for name value, for fucking bangers, for, you know.
I'm going to let you guys decide. I'm going to name 299 again and 300 so far because 300 has only been announced 4 fights. But 299,
you only need one more fight for a card.
Yeah, for a main card so far. So 299 versus 300, that's the talk. Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Dustin Poirier versus Benoit St. Dennis. Gilbert Burns versus JDM. Kevin Holland versus Michael Page. Blades versus Almeida. Chokagan versus Barber. Gamrot versus Dos Anjos. Peter Yan versus Song Yudong. Pedro Munoz versus Phillips. Despain versus Parajan. Murphy versus Phillip. Michelle Pereira versus another Michelle. And Vergara versus Alma.
Yeah.
Asu. We'll call him that. So that's 299.
Yeah.
And then 300 so far is Charles Oliveira versus Arman. Yuri Prohaska versus Rakic. Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. And Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. And then possibly Neon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. Based off on paper, I think 299 is by far the better card.
Yeah.
But
by far, bro.
I don't know. You let us know, bro, because I'm really interested in see how 300 is gonna play out and see what Dana does. But that's a tough card to beat, bro. That is a tough card to beat.
Yeah.
Because Sean O'Malley's technically the only superstar on that. Well, not even the only superstar, but he's the biggest star on that card. And technically Charles is the biggest star in 300.
What did you think about Sean O'Malley saying he wants to be the biggest star in sport this year, by the end of this year?
To do that, you have to win this fight.
Yeah, which is not for certain.
And it's because Cheeto Vera is a dog. And you have to fight again. And you have to have a boxing fight, which I don't want to see. But you have to have a boxing fight against a big star in boxing, either Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and win.
Yeah. I think that was a little ridiculous because he said by the end of 2024, he wants to become the biggest star in sports. So
Connor. So
let's just say he wins Cheeto. Let's be real. Cheeto just got worked by Sanhagen. He wouldn't be in this position if he didn't beat Sean before. So it's not too much like it's a challenge, but it's not the best of the best in that division right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Corey's healthy now. Like, he's healthy now. It's just as far as storyline goes. So let's just say he beats him. And then he fights again at the end of the year. Who would he hypothetically fight? Henry?
The winner of Henry and Marab.
So let's just say Henry wins. Marab could definitely win. But let's just say Henry because Henry will be more of a sell.
Yeah. And he beats Henry, which is he calls himself the Triple C, whatever, whoopty whoop.
Which is, first of all, you can't for sure say that, yes, he's going to beat Henry. You can't for sure say he's going to beat Cheeto. Yeah. But definitely Henry, just he is a GOAT of his division as well.
For sure.
Double champ.
Yep.
So put that respect on him as well. I won't say he's going to walk through that fight. I don't see that being... But in order for you to be the biggest name in sport, the biggest star in sports, by the end of 2020, you definitely in between now, because 299 is when? April?
Mm-hmm.
April.
No, March.
It's in March. So March, what is there? 8 months left after that?
Yeah.
Bro, it's impossible. I mean, I get it, but you got to do more, brother. And this is his first title defense. I don't like this getting ahead of yourself shit. Focus on one thing at a time. I know this is his, persona. That's who he is. He's this fucking guy, but I'm kind of falling out of love with him as like a fighter. And just me.
I just started like right after he won his belt, he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to boxing. I was like, here we go with this boxing shit again, bro.
It's these guys. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So we got some fight cards coming up. Well, first of all, do you got anything else to say on 299?
No, I'm just ready. I'm excited.
I'm excited as fuck. Can we? I don't know the cards coming up. Can we go through these cards coming up?
Yeah.
So
do you want to go for like the main,
Yeah, just the main,
the numbers.
Yeah. Because we got 98 or 97.
297 is January 20th.
Yeah.
Strickland versus DDP.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pennington versus Bueno Silva for the vacant bantamweight belt. Neil Magny versus Mallet. Chris Curtis versus Andre Barrialt. Arnold Allen versus Elviov. Fucking terrible at pronouncing his names. You just want me to go main card?
Just main.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fucking snooze fest, huh?
Yeah. Hopefully Sean Strickland and DDP is a banger. Some fight nights in between. Yeah. And then we have Volkanovski versus Topuria. Marab versus Henry. Tai Tuivasa versus Tybura. Geoff Neal versus Gary. Tatiana Suarez versus Lemos. No, there's another. Oleskarov is fighting. That's gonna be a good fight. This is first ranked opponent he's fighting as well. Justin Taffa. He's a knockout specialist, so that'd be good. And that's it.
Kind of weak, huh?
I was expecting more, but I think Tatiana Suarez will start the card off good.
So we got Geoff Neal. The main fights I care about. We got Geoff Neal versus Ian Gary, and then you got Henry versus Marab, and obviously Alex versus Topuria. Okay, that's pretty fire.
I think Anthony Hernandez versus Ikram Alaskarov will be a good fight too.
And then that's the next one is 299.
And the next one's 299.
Man, I'll tell you what, bro. These fights better perform the first 2-3 months of the year, because I don't know what's to come second half of the year. Especially with champs fighting how champs fight.
Because the
only person that would fight 2 times this year as a champ, it would be Volk. I mean, Sean will probably fight.
Both Seans
will definitely, especially Sean Strickland. I hope Sean Strickland tries to fight 3 times this year, because, I mean, he's fighting in the beginning of the year.
Because Dana doesn't want him to be champ.
Well, he's fighting in the beginning of the year. He's fighting DDP in a week.
Yeah.
Because this is the 13th, right?
Yeah, next Saturday.
He's fighting next Saturday, which would be fire. He could potentially fight 3 times.
Leon could possibly fight twice this year as well. April, then go like end of the year.
But it's more like
Pereira could fight probably once.
Yeah, man.
Islam is gonna fight once.
They need to fucking do some star searching, bro, because second half of the year, I mean.
And then heavyweight will be once this year.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
Depending on when Alex Pereira's fight is announced, he might fight twice, because he fought twice last year.
Yep.
It's kind of, that was like early in the year. That was more like around like January to March, and then this time is gonna be looking like fucking May or something. June.
It'll probably be May and then December. Yeah. Fire though. But yeah, nah. I mean, these 2 cards coming up look kind of like a little snooze-ish, bro.
Yeah, especially that Sean Strickland card. Huh?
Man, I'd be kind of upset if I was Sean Strickland.
Yeah,
because this is his first pay-per-view.
No pay-per-view points.
And bro, you're gonna get 90,000 buys. Jeez, man. But do you got anything else to say as far as UFC?
No.
I just quickly wanted to talk about Francis Ngannou just got announced versus Anthony Joshua. What was your take on that?
I'm excited for that. And I think he has a really good chance of beating Anthony Joshua, because he beat Fury. Not on paper, but the real fans know that he beat him. So that's an exciting fight. So, and how we were talking about, he has a rematch clause in his contract. So it's looking like if he beats Joshua, he'll fight Tyson Fury at the end of the year.
Well, what I found out Francis said when he fought Fury in October, when he signed the deal, he said that they were going to fight again within a calendar year.
So they have to fight before October.
So they are going to fight again this year, sometime in this year. Fury fights Usyk when?
Pretty soon.
Right?
I want to say soon. I don't know the exact
I thought
date,
it was
but
like
I know
March or something.
Yeah.
I think it's March. Joshua and Fury, or Joshua and Francis, bro. I'm super excited just because of, like I said.
I think that's the same day as 299.
Is it?
I want to say.
They typically don't do that.
Because I think it was said March 9th, didn't it?
I don't know.
Because if it's March 9th, it's the same day as 299.
You better hope not for them. Oh, no, they're fighting on Friday. Francis
Friday.
said they're fighting on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So it might be March 8th.
Oh, okay.
So it was just dope. It's dope because everybody, like I said previously when I, was swinging on Francis's nuts, everybody was shitting on him for this, and now he's getting another fucking legitimate fight, bro. Legitimate. Joshua went on a skid. He lost 3 in a row. And in this 2023, I think he won 3 fights this year. 2 or 3 fights this year.
I think two.
And he looked really, really, really good. So, and fucking Wilder, bro. Wilder loses bad, and he was supposed to fight Joshua himself. So, this lined up perfectly for him. And bro, he's gonna get another fat ass bag, and I think he can fucking beat Joshua, because if he lands that hook that he landed on Tyson, I do not think Joshua gets up, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think Joshua gets up. But
it's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be good.
Hopefully, it's 12 rounds this time.
No, it's 10.
It's 10.
It's 10. But he wanted 12. Francis wanted 12. He's gonna get a fat ass fucking bag, bro.
Oh, yeah.
More than any fucking MMA dude made in this fucking.
I just think it's funny because they were shitting on Francis for leaving the UFC and going to the PFL. Now he's making more than.
And this is a pro fight, so it counts as your record. And bro, imagine he beats Joshua, and then he fights Tyson for the belt, actually,
and then beats him.
Bro. Imagine he becomes heavyweight champ.
One of the best combo, probably one of the.
Right now, he is one of the greatest combat sports athletes of all time. There's no question about it. There's no way. Nobody did that crossover, and I know he lost, but nobody's done that crossover.
He won, though.
He won.
He won, though, for real. He won.
So nobody's done that. Nobody's doing it, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy. If you know him, I don't fucking know him personally, obviously, but if you like just see what he puts out there, see what he says, his messages, he's just seems like a down to earth, great guy, man.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for that. That shit was dope. For real. That shit was dope when it got announced, because I thought I arguably could have been a one and done situation, just a money grab, but it wasn't. Obviously, it was his first love. He was trying to be a boxer before he went into MMA. So interesting, bro.
Hopefully, we get to see Mike Tyson back in the corner and training him again, and that'll be fire.
Mm-hmm. That'd be dope.
That'd be fire. Make him more sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. He looked fucking great in the first fight. So
really, really good, bro.
I'm excited.
That'd
be fire, man.
But yeah, that's all I had to say.
That's how the fights are coming up this year. Hopefully,
I know. We'll talk more in depth and detail once these cards come up.
I think mainly once 300 gets fully announced, to get to see what the main card is looking like, what the prelims are looking like, because this is supposed to be the best card in past previous years.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that in the next couple of weeks, maybe month, more fights get announced, and
we get what's up, guys? Couple fight announcements for UFC 300.
So we got, number one rank, or we got champ, with his ball head.
Imagine Izzy comes back, bro.
That'd be fire.
That would be dope.
That's kind of what they need for 300.
If they put Izzy and Alex for the light heavyweight title, bro, I wouldn't
be mad.
I would not be mad, even though I think Izzy would lose, but I would just be like, thank you. That was it. That's all we needed.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Because that rivalry, bro, fucking held us down for the past 2 years.
That's one of the best rivalries we've seen
in sports, bro. Like that rivalries,
like combat
carried through, because he was champ. So at the end, or in 2022, he lost the belt, right? Yeah. 2022, he loses the belt. 2023, he gets the belt back, and then he loses it again. Fuck, bro. He's 2-4.
Yeah.
In his last 4 fights.
Last 6?
Izzy's, or no, He's 2-2. Sorry,
No, 2-2.
2-2 in his last 4, right?
Lost.
Or is he 1-3? He's 1-3, bro.
Because he lost to Jan.
No, because his last 4 fights, he fought.
So he lost to Alex. He lost to Sean. He beat Alex. And then he beat.
That's it. Well, that's
When
3.
he lost to Jan. When did he lose to Jan? Was that before Alex?
Nah, he didn't go 0-2. I don't know. Never mind. Maybe he
Because
is
after
2-2.
Jan, he stepped down and fought Whitaker again, didn't he?
Yeah, you're right. So he's 2-2.
2-2.
His last 4.
Needs a win.
Didn't Robert Whitaker get announced?
Costa, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
We didn't see it though.
No. I don't think it's probably. I think it's probably on a fight night.
Oh, you're right.
And then Vittori's gonna fight. What the fuck is his name? The dude that submitted Paul Craig.
Oh, up
yeah.
and coming dude.
Yeah. Fuck is his name? I literally just saw it, dude.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that I mean, Vittori. I mean, people kind of forgot about him once he fucking lost to Izzy.
Yeah, and then he lost to Cannonier. He got fucking worked. Where is Cannonier, bro? Poor guy.
Allen. Yeah, Vittori. This is Allen. Yeah, poor Cannonier, huh? He's supposed to get the title shot.
Should have got the title fight over Sean.
Yeah.
But that's it, bro.
Funny how things play out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then, y'all. That's all we got for episode 38.
Mm-hmm.
Looking up. Look at that. Coming up the ranks. Make sure you guys watch our gym content, too.
Yeah, we just put some out there.
We're gym influencers now. You better watch out.
Mike should be coming in soon, bro.
Yeah, we're telling you how to do something, and it's probably going to be wrong. It's all good.
Let me see. I'm trying to see where the mics are at.
But that'll be all. That's going to conclude this week's episode. We're going to come back before Saturday. I think we're just going to talk about life things. So excited to keep the ball rolling, and we're going to be at 40 next week. So look at that.
Yeah, that's going to be
numbers
dope.
are popping up. So we'll catch you guys on the next episode, and I hope you guys have a good week. Make sure y'all stay safe.
Yep. Take care.